You see, the Lord has been bringing this picture to me for some time now. And then I just have to go online to get a picture that can look like what I'm seeing in my spirit. But this is a very good example. You see, this thing I want to tell you, don't forget. Don't get to a point in your life where you forget. Don't forget for any reason. Are you with me? You see, if you check the beginning, if you look at Genesis chapter 1, you discover that there were already things created before man was created. So man did not come into an environment that is empty. You see, the earth that man came into an environment that is already filled. So man was not the one filling that earth as it is. There were already things on earth at that time. The grasses were there, the animals were there, a lot of things were there. Are you there? So God just brought the man to oversee. Are you with me? I'm going somewhere. So if man was brought into an environment that already has occupants as it is, that will pass a message to us that before you came, what will distract you had already arrived. So your distraction was not born the day you were born. You met it here. That's what. Meanwhile, pay attention to me. Meanwhile, it is a good thing to even be drawn. Because, now, listen to me. You see, when you come into head, and then there are a lot of things, I told you your distractions are already here waiting for you. So you came into distraction. Naturally speaking, you were born into distraction. Are you getting what I'm saying? The distractions were not brought into you. You were brought into the distraction. That's just the setting. Are you getting what I'm saying? So when man began to grow, when you were growing and growing, you went to school, secondary school, you went to primary school. And you were supposed to learn, but in that environment too, there were things that could distract you. Maybe you were able to overcome. Secondary school, the distraction increased. Somehow God helped you, you overcame. Now in the institution, it was very much. Maybe God helped you, you overcame. And now you have served, you are working. Can I tell you something? You see, even that work that you are doing, the one you gave testimony about, is another form of distraction. Because the job you are doing will be drawing you. You see, what I'm saying is this. Man must be drawn. Are you there? But the hope now is, should I say the hope or the good news is this. You must position yourself in such a way that God can still draw you. Because if God is not drawing you, you will become captivity. Because the moment one of these person leaves, the other one will draw the man away. Are you getting what I'm saying? Please, if you are listening to me and maybe you are eating, please pause your food and let's finish this our meeting, this family meeting. That's why I call it a family meeting. Because I want you to, when God was pointing my attention to this, I want you to, there's this feeling I had. I want you to carry that same feeling too. Don't, if you are talking with your friend, please hold on. Are you there? And get this thing. Are you with me? You see, the things that will distract you were not created the day you came. Your distractions were already waiting for you. They were waiting for you to come. So when you came, the day you cried, when you came out from your mother's womb and you were crying in the hospital, it is not only humans that congratulated you. It's not only the people around that say welcome. Those distractions that were waiting for you, they also welcomed you. This is where I'm going to. You see, a man that will now follow God must be ready to wrestle. You see, that is why the Bible told us that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. You see, if you will follow God, you must be ready to wrestle, to fight. Because now this is the implication. As God is drawing you, the distraction is also drawing you on the other hand. So you are like this man in the middle. God is drawing you, and those distractions that you met, they are also drawing you. You see, what I'm trying to say is this. What I'm trying to say is this. Even your academics, as a student, is drawing you. That's why you must be committed to something spiritual. So that through your commitment, you also have something that is drawing you. That's how to maintain balance. Are you there? Because the one that is drawn is the one in the middle. That's some level of balance. Are you there? So you must deliberately bring yourself to a point where you will deliberately stretch your other hand. The moment you know that something is drawing your left hand, maybe your academics, maybe your friends, it can even be your family. Are you there? Once you discover you are being drawn, quickly stretch your other hand to God and let Him draw you. Otherwise, you'll be drawn away. Are you with me? That's why I feel so sad when I hear people say things like, well, uh, you know, I'm so busy. They don't have time for spiritual things. They can't build themselves. And they will tell you they are so busy. My day is always occupied. They don't know that by being committed to something spiritual, they will maintain balance. There are people now who have been drawn away by their jobs. There are people who have been drawn away by their academics. That's why you see some people will read and read to a point that they will just come out and say there is no God. It's a sign that the man has been drawn away. The conclusions you make is a pointer to who, is a pointer to the force. Are you there? That has more hold on you. So if the world is drawing you to themselves and you have not stretched your other hand to God to maintain balance, it will reflect in your conclusions. Are you getting what I'm saying? I don't even know if I'm able to. I don't know if you are getting. Sometimes sometimes when you are talking, you feel like English. How I wish I can get another language different from English. But I just want you to. Are you getting what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is this. You see, this life will draw you. Are you there? The job you are praying for will draw you. If you are trusting God for admission, that course you want to study will draw you. Are you? Oh my God, please Lord, just help my people to understand this. How I wish you can understand what I'm saying. And then feel the body I'm feeling right now. Now, see, this is what I'm trying to say. That thing in your heart right now, that desire you want, that thing you want God to do for you, will draw you. You may not have money in your pocket and you are trusting, Lord, please provide for me. See, that money you are asking God for will draw you. Are you with me? If you have this understanding, it will be easy for you to maintain balance. So, there is nothing good in this life that will not draw us. Are you getting what I'm saying? If somebody comes to me tomorrow now and says, oh, Pastor Salem, thank you for your labors, on us, and then you just build one big mansion, a car, and then maybe 20 million naira. Say, just manage it, we'll continue to do as the Lord helps us. Those good things are actually testimonies, but they have the ability to draw. That's why some of you will discover that before you entered into that your department, Are you there? You were more on fire for God, but now the fire is no longer like before. Meanwhile, you got the course that you wanted, which was supposed to be a testimony. But because you did not understand that you have to stretch your other hand to God to maintain balance, that good thing now draws you away. What I'm trying to say is, even your testimony can draw you away. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how best to explain this. I don't know the best way, but I think I'm feeling some peace. I'm feeling peace in my spirit. It will mean that more than half of you now, you are getting what I'm saying. This sign I'm feeling in my spirit now shows that more than half of those of you listening to me now, you are getting what I'm saying. So you see, you must have this knowledge. There is nothing. Now look, for example, you don't have money and you are trusting God for money. Are you there? That money that you are trusting God for is not bad. Of course, even Pastor Salem needs money. Are you there? You see, that money you are trusting God for is not bad in itself. But you must understand that, you see, everything you meet on earth has the ability to draw. That is what God wants you to understand. So that your testimony will not be the reason you will leave God. And maybe you are listening to me now, you are already far away from God. You know that it's not like before. And you are wondering, what is the cause? Oga, this is the cause. For some of you, this family meeting we are doing now is the liberation that your life is waiting for. Are you getting what I'm saying? Everything you meet on this earth has the ability to draw you. So, how do you maintain balance? I'm saying you will need to stretch your other hand to God. Oh my God. You will need to stretch your other hand to God and ask Him to draw you. That's how to maintain balance. Because if you don't stretch your other hand to God and ask Him to draw you, you will be drawn away. So that your school can draw you away. That girl you want to marry will draw you away. That your husband will draw. Have you not seen married people who were on fire for God before, but now everything is down? The marriage is supposed to be a good news, but it successfully draws them away because they do not understand this truth that God is teaching you now. Thank God for our parents. Are you with me? Thank God for our parents. But I must say to you, even your parents will draw you. Oh my God. The way I'm feeling right now, I just hope that this thing now, this knowledge is like something that I just hope I can just force it into you and just make you understand. If it's like a pill, I would have loved to just put it in your mouth and pour water there so that you can just swallow it. Are you with me? Your parents. Of course, our parents, they want the best for us. And for those of you that are students, of course, your parents will be the one paying your school fees and then checking up on you. But with all those things they are doing, they will draw you. You see, man has many ropes. Are you there? There are many ropes. There are many things tied to man. The family you came out from will draw you. The friends you have chosen to work with will draw you. Your job will draw you. Your ambition will draw you. Your school will draw you. Your church will draw you. So there are many attachments. There are many ropes that is on humans. And all these things have the tendency to draw man. Are you there? So it is more or less like, oh my God, Lord, please. Because if you don't get this thing, I will not be at peace. You see, stretching your hand to God and telling Him to draw you will be the best decision you will make in your life. Because it is like one against uncountable. You have many things that are drawing you. So the chances of getting distracted in this life, what I'm trying to say is your chances of getting distracted is higher than being focused. Because all these things, all this attachment will be drawing you. So the day you now stretch your hand to God and tell him to draw you, it's like 1 against millions. Are you there? But if you don't stretch your hand to God for him to draw you, you will be drawn away. There's no excuse to it. This is why we must value discipleship. Are you there? Submission to authorities. People that can give you instructions. Are you with me? People that they can scold you when you are wrong. Are you getting what I'm saying? Those people that can say to your face, you are wrong. This is not what to do. You see, it is not easy for man to submit to man. Because the person you are calling your father in the face, the one you are calling Papa, there's nothing he has that you don't have. 2 eyes, 2 eyes, 2 legs, 2 legs, 1 mouth, 1 mouth, same number of teeth. Maybe you are even more educated than him. Maybe you are even more richer than him. So there is nothing he has that you don't have. It's not like he has 3 legs and you have maybe you have 2. So you are the same. Human beings. But yet God will ask you to submit. Why? Because through that he will draw you. Oh my God. Beloved, do everything to stretch your hand to God. Tell him to draw you. See, it's not just prayer. It is prayer plus action. Prayer plus decision. Are you with me? Matthew got a job which was supposed to be a testimony, and he was a tax collector. Are you there? So Matthew was a government official. You know, in today's world, people love to be a government worker. So Matthew was a government worker, and he was working for the government. Meanwhile, that job that was a testimony, of course in his time, there were people who do not even have the opportunity to do the kind of job that Matthew was doing. But unknown to Matthew that he was being drawn away. As a matter of fact, the job has drawn him away. Oh my God. The job has drawn him away. So, the man that is supposed to be a preacher, the Matthew that is supposed to write, the Matthew that is supposed to write a powerful book that will be part of the scriptures, is now sitting collecting tax because he has been drawn away by that job. It was when Jesus introduced discipleship that God began to draw him. God began to draw him. I'm saying that God must draw you. You see, that your other hand, stretch it. Let God draw you. That's the only way to be saved. The burden tonight is simple. Say, Father, I stretch my hand to you. Draw me. Draw me. Draw me. Draw me. Draw me. May you never stop drawing me. Lord, continue to draw me. I don't want to be drawn away. Jesus, draw me. Draw me. Can you make it a prayer? A very sincere prayer. Draw me, draw me. Shakaparata skupalataba. Lord, draw me. Draw me, draw me, draw me, draw me. Draw me, Jesus. Draw me, oh God. Draw me. Can you make that sincere prayers? Lord, I stretch my hands to you. Draw me. Draw me, Jesus. Draw me, Jesus. Draw me, Jesus. Shabalanto si kabalaba. Ente kukamanante firo si kabilade. Lento sozo barahafinantes. Lebrahada babanto si kabalaba. You know, in Nigeria, there are some jobs that When you tell them this is what I'm doing, oh, people look at you and then they just begin to treat you in a special way. When you say you are a doctor, doctor, oh, well done, sir. Well done. You understand? When you say I'm a lawyer, oh, lawyer, oh, when you are doing anything medical, there's a way people look like, there's a way people look at you as if you are one strange species like that. Especially when you are studying all these big courses. Are you with me? When you tell them I went to school, I'm a graduate. They change the way they look at you. This one is a good person. No? Are you there? They give you some kind of honor because you have been to school. But you see, those things will still draw you. You see the brother, after spending years in school, studying medicine, now he prayed to God for a job. He got the job. And since the day he got the job, his time for God has been taken away. Huh? I'm saying that you must submit yourself to a system that can make it easy for God to draw you. You see, for those of you that are under your parents, have you studied your parents? Have you studied your mom and your daddy? This night, try to discern and ask yourself this question. Discern them and then check if there is something drawing them. If God is drawing them. Of course, there's a lot of things that will be drawing them. Your school fees. Are you there? Their job. If those things are the only things that is drawing them, is a sign that they will be drawn away. That is if they have not even been drawn away. Everybody want to marry, but they don't know that even the marriage will draw them. So you see, just as you stretch your hand to God, just leave it for Him forever. Don't try to struggle the hand. That's how to secure your life. So because your hand is already stretched to God, if you now marry, you will still maintain balance. Because even when the marriage wants to draw you, God will be drawing you. If your job wants to draw you, God will be drawing you. If your admission, your course, your friends, your position in the fellowship, your responsibilities, your activities, if they want to draw you, God will still be drawing you because you have stretched your hands to Him. Are you with me? In the time of Peter, they were fishermen and they were earning their money. Oh, they were earning big. Are you with me? You see, I'm saying that. Let me repeat this again. Everything you met, are you there? Those things you came to this world to meet, they have the ability to draw you. It does not matter how good they look, they will draw you. Are you there? If you are not careful, if a discipler is not careful, if that mentor is not careful, the mentorship, the discipleship will draw him, and it will even draw him away from God. Because he will be more concerned about the people, and he will no longer have time to meet with God. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's it. Can you see the danger now? He's a discipler, he's a mentor, mentoring people, answering people's questions, but he doesn't have time, his own personal time with God. All his time, are given to the people. No separate time, no personal time, no quiet time. He's doing the right thing, but yet he's being drawn away. This was what Jesus understood. And the Bible will tell us that Jesus will depart into a solitary place to do what? To meditate, to study, to pray. I'm saying that it doesn't matter where you are now. You need to stretch your hand to God, let Him draw you. You see, life is busy. It will not be easy. But in that your busy schedule, you must read the Bible. Are you there? It doesn't matter the verses, maybe just a verse or whatever. You must find time to pray. It doesn't matter the minutes, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's a must. You must learn how to fast. That is how to let God draw you. And you must take instructions.